probably got enough stuff for, I don't know. Another six, and then as you know, it's ongoing. I mean, there's another convention next weekend, there's another one, you know, or 3 weeks away, and so on. So of course, it just keeps growing every time. It's always changing.
Before we show some footage from the actual film, could we talk a little bit about the involvement of the actors, and were they all originally behind what you guys were doing, and was there a reason that they wanted the public to know what was going on with Supernatural?
Well, it's funny enough. It started out. At first, it was just going to be the fans. That's what it was going to be about. I wasn't going to involve any cast at all. And then once I started interviewing people and seeing that, wow, I'm hammered. No. That'd be funny because I don't drink. So. And seeing there was so much more to it. That I put some stuff together, and I talked to Jared and Jensen about it and said, listen, this is what we're doing, I've got a plan, and they both said, well, show it to me when you're done. So we shot a bunch of stuff and showed them the trailer, and then you go ahead, Vince.
Well, Richard and Rob were involved right from the very beginning, the very first convention. They gave us an interview, and so did Misha, and so did Mark Shepard. And Jared and Jensen said that, show it to us, and then we'll say something. We wanted to know where we were going with it, so they'd say the appropriate thing, and that worked out. So we snuck onto the Supernatural set. He's supposed to be the boss, and we were right under his nose, and we interviewed Jared and Jensen. And once we did that, we had kind of a different movie, because they were much more enthusiastic about it than we ever thought they would be. They were more enthusiastic about the whole project, about fandom. We had no idea. You know, Jensen cried a little bit, and as he was leaving his interview, he said, "I'm really to watch it." And he said to Jared, when Jared was coming in for his interview, "Watch out for that interview, or he'll make you cry." So they were very passionate about it. But at that point, all of a sudden, Twitter just went crazy because people found out about it, and Jared and Jensen were involved in it. And someone asked me, well, how many female casts do you have in the movie? Sorry. So I put it out on Twitter that we get some of the female cast, a bunch more men jumped on it, and I went to Los Angeles and interviewed a big pile more people.
Yeah, about 20 different people.
Yeah, so it just grew like crazy, so we have a lot of casts.
And yeah, you'll see one of them on there that you probably, you know, it's probably rumored out there now, but there's one person on there that he's just blown away by the whole thing.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah. Mitch will tell you the story about that, but maybe we should, let's do it now.
Wait, okay, I just want to mention one thing. What you're going to see in the thing here is a sincere, loving commitment from Loudon Swain.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's roll the footage, and if you guys have questions for these gentlemen, we'll take those at the microphones here, and I'll have some follow-up as well.
What's up?
That was okay, huh? Yeah. And like we say, that's just the tip of it. So you get to see a bunch more. And,
I just wanted to say, first of all, you can see what a beautiful job these guys have done, and this is just a taste of it, as Cliff just said. We have some questions from our audience, I believe. Yes, you first.
Okay. Hi guys. That was amazing. I am gratefully looking forward to that. I am forever indebted for you guys for taking on this project, for showing the world that, you know what? Go ahead, call me a geek, call me a freak. Bring it.
Yeah.
geeks and freaks. And every single one of us, even you Sunday people, to be represented so strongly, so wonderfully. Sorry, I'm gonna get choked up because it's been an absolutely outstanding weekend. Just to quickly, I don't want to monopolize time, but just to quickly touch on the exact fact of what you guys made that movie for and what you're trying to represent is that this weekend I have made lifelong friends. I have had random acts of kindness bestowed on me in such a way that was mind-boggling. I had a young girl who won one of the places in the costume contest bestow upon me the remaining part of her gift certificate because they came over and they started talking to me and they were like, you know, you're really cool, we've heard your story and we really like you and we've gotten the cool kit that we want to get and we want you to have the rest of it. And she just gave it to me. And I was like, no, I can't do that. That's it. And she was like, no, we've got our stuff. We adore you. And this is...
You're awesome!
This is it. This is fandom. This is family. And you know what? Like, I would rather be one of the biggest freaks on this planet and be with all of you guys.
Absolutely.
And if you're ever looking for extra material,
We're going to have an ink episode. We have to. There's a lot of tattoos on here. So
thank you guys. I really appreciate what
Thank
you've
you.
done. And I love the fact that you give this space to us, for those of us that, like, I know it doesn't seem like it necessarily, but this is really difficult. I've got PTSD and social anxiety issues. And, but you guys give us a place where we can be safe. And we don't have to freak out and worry about somebody.
Yeah, nobody's judging you here.
And that's the best part of it, right?
Thank you for sharing that. That was beautiful.
That's Gary and Adam's house. That's where you are. You're at Gary and Adam's house. It's a safe place. I just want to take a second to introduce some of these people up beside you before I forget them. We've got Kristen Jackson from Florida. She's a graphic designer. You all might remember seeing her there. She was our host in a couple episodes. She's going to be featured in episode #1. And that's Becky from Kentucky, who you all know. Back there is our editor. So the way you see this put together was put together by Ian, right there. And that's my dad sitting down in the chair.
Yeah, that guy down there looks nothing like us at all. That'd be our dad. That'd be our dad.
Are you coming here or going there? Can I ask my question, please?
Let's go this way, over here, guys.
Cliff and Mitch, I just wanted to say we already had really high expectations of you guys, but y'all just blew them all out of the water. That was fantastic. So I wanted to know how many hours of footage were you working with, and how in the world did you figure out how to organize it all?
It was very difficult. We have about 55 to 60 hours of video, of solid interviews, plus B-roll, conventions and stuff. I could not have done it. Actually, I was failing at it. And then along came Jason Fisher and assigned 4 taggers, people who worked on identifying the various themes within all the clips. There were hundreds of thousands. That was Vinny, Becky, Casey, and Kristen. And then Ian took all that tag material and started working on it from an assembly edit that I had originally made.
And you can tell by me not answering any of these questions, I have a freaking clue. Like I said, I'm the good-looking one. So.
We have another question on this side.
I have to apologize for my voice. We're doing karaoke and Saturday night and pub club. I'm sorry. So obviously the music was provided by that in Spain. I could not imagine a convention without those guys. So I was wondering how that like came to be, did you guys approach Lionsgate or did Lionsgate approach you guys?
We said, would you give us your music? And Rob said, yeah.
It was a no-brainer. You got to stick with the family, right? It's the music of the family over there, so it would be bad if we go and find some other band and go, yeah, well, we thought these guys were better. Well, I'm sure there's lots of guys better, but...
Cliff asked Rob, and then I sent Rob an email, and without a word of lie, within an hour, he was sending me Dropbox links for the music. So.
We just wanted to make sure that the movement speed wasn't involved, that's all.
I can't wait for my solo album to be featured heavily in the season 2.
Your solo album would be the music episode, the musical version.
The lost episode.
Entertainment Weekly will be crediting you, Rich.
Too soon, Robbie. Too soon. Over here, gentlemen.
Okay, we have another question on the other side, is that correct?
Yes. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for including me.
Including you, I know you.
And my friends in Vegas. I'll never forget that night. It was one of the most amazing nights of my life, having you guys
Mine
come
too.
and interview us like that. And
You
so
didn't have enough snacks, though. So.
well, if you come back to Vegas next year, I'll make sure there's more snacks. I wanted to ask if you're going to interview the man upstairs, Eric Kripke, for this video.
We would be very happy to interview some of the people like that. Those people have not been available to us. We have had cooperation from the cast and a lot of the crew in Vancouver. We had a lot of help from Gary, who gave us access to all of you wonderful people. However, we have not been able to get anyone from Warner Brothers to participate.
Not that we haven't really approached them either. We haven't. No, it's not like they've said, no, we're not going to do that.
But we started off making a movie about fans, and that's what we shot. Then the cast wanted to get involved. We got the cast involved. So it's definitely something we would very much like to do.
Thank you.
But still the focus being on this.
I have a question for Jason. Can you, I know from talking to other people involved with documentaries, how many hours goes into actually producing a 22-minute film?
A lot. Well, and I think, you know, part of what we were able to do or bring together as a team is just provide assistance. You know, a project of this size and this magnitude, it's a tremendous amount of work, and especially for, you know, for the costumes, like that's a lot of work, and everybody's, you know, as you know, we're working full time, we have day jobs that, you know, allow us to spend our money basically to, you know, make this project, right? So this is all self-funded by these two guys.
We didn't go to anybody for anything. It's all us.
It was funded right here. Let me show you. It's my MasterCard.
Here's a MasterCard.
You carry your executive producer in your pockets.
Do we have time for Richard? Do we have time for more questions?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Right over here.
I'm sorry, I'm paying for being a Google on Friday. My question is, I understand that her health may be an issue for this, but I was wondering if Rachel Miner is going to be interviewed.
Is Rachel Miner an actress you've interviewed, or are you planning to interview?
Yes, Rachel is going to self-record her video, much like Felicia did, and you saw Osric did some of that. We also have Martin Pellegrino and Timothy Omundson. We still have interviews to do with Sam Ferris, Brianna Buckmaster, AJ Buckley. Am I forgetting anybody? Erica Carroll. So we have interviews to do still. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I have a quick question, and you may have touched on this in the intro, but I just want to reiterate. How, when, and where do people see this? What's the plan there?
A couple of hours ago, we quietly put the trailer up on Indiegogo. Some of you found it already. God bless you. So please go there. You can watch the trailer as many times as you like. Please share it. And basically what we've done with the Indiegogo campaign is we're not doing crowdfunding in the traditional sense. We're doing pre-sales of merchandise for you guys. So it's there. It's available. Please buy and know that it's going to be a very, very solid product. And we hope to make you all proud.
You can find it going to spnfanmovie.com.
I'm sure Jason, you guys will be tweeting that out as well. You'll be tweeting out that Indiegogo address.
Oh, yeah.
Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
We have another question on this side.
Well, first I just wanted to say thank you because I've been participating in the fandom from home through my mother for years because gotta go to high school, you know. And I just wanted to know if you guys had thought about how people would be able to, participate in the family more from home that weren't able to come to the conventions as much as they wanted to or at all.
We're discussing something that we have sort of.
We're working on
in the
something
back of our
that-
minds here.
that we think you're going to really like. Unfortunately, we just can't reveal the details right now. We don't want anybody to snatch up our really good idea, but we're working on that.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
There'll be something, for sure.
Over here, gentlemen.
I realise there's a cost implication involved, but I wondered if you were thinking about possibly closed captioning the movie for hearing impaired fans like myself.
Already done.
Already done?
Gentlemen, well done. Exciting stuff.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Vince Costerman, Cliff Costerman, Jason Fisher, the bringing behind the documentary series about you. Check it out, Indiegogo. Let's end this panel with the music from Loud and Sweat, shall we?